I want to talk about something incredibly personal today. Something that many of us go through in silence. It's about loss, grief, and the long, winding road back to ourselves. For me, that journey started with a tiny, flickering heartbeat on a screen. A heartbeat that promised a future full of tiny shoes, bedtime stories, and unconditional love. My husband and I were overjoyed. We started dreaming, planning, and whispering secrets to the little life growing inside me. But then, one day, the silence was deafening. The doctor's words were gentle, but they shattered our world. "I'm so sorry. There's no longer a heartbeat." In that sterile, white room, the vibrant future we had painted in our minds faded to gray. The days and weeks that followed are a blur of tears and emptiness. The world kept spinning. People went about their lives. But I was stuck in that moment, in that silence. And that's when the guilt started to creep in. It was an insidious whisper at first, then a roar. Did I do something wrong? Did I work too hard? Did I not rest enough? Was it that one cup of coffee? I replayed every single moment of my pregnancy, scrutinizing every choice, every action. My body, which I thought was creating a miracle, felt like it had betrayed me. And worse, I felt like I had failed my baby. This guilt became a heavy cloak I couldn't take off. It isolated me. Friends and family would say, "It wasn't your fault." But their words couldn't penetrate the wall I had built around my heart. How could it not be my fault? It happened inside me. The blame felt logical, inescapable. It became my constant companion, whispering accusations in my ear when I was at my most vulnerable. I started to believe I didn't deserve to be happy again, that I didn't deserve another chance. The turning point wasn't a single, dramatic moment. It was a series of small, quiet realizations. It was my husband holding me tight one night, telling me, "I miss you. I miss ****. It was a friend who had been through a similar loss, sharing her own story of guilt and how she found her way out. It was finding online communities of women who spoke my language, the language of quiet sorrow and profound loss. Reading their stories, I saw myself. I saw my pain, my guilt, reflected in their words. And for the first time, I didn't feel so alone. I slowly started to understand that this guilt was just another layer of grief. It was my mind's way of trying to make sense of something senseless, of trying to find control in a situation that was completely out of my hands. I learned that pregnancy loss is incredibly common, yet so rarely discussed openly. 1 in 4 pregnancies ends in loss. 1 in 4. Suddenly, I wasn't just one person with a tragic story. I was part of a vast, silent sisterhood. Self-forgiveness didn't happen overnight. It was a conscious choice I had to make every single day. I started by saying it out loud, to myself, in the mirror. "It was not your fault." At first, the words felt hollow, like a lie. But I kept saying them. I started writing in a journal, pouring out all the ugly, tangled feelings of guilt and anger without judgment. I let myself be angry at the universe, at my body, at the unfairness of it all. I also sought professional help. Talking to a therapist who specialized in grief and loss was a game changer. She gave me tools to challenge my negative thought patterns. She helped me see that my body hadn't failed. It had done its best in a situation that was biologically not meant to be. This was a crucial shift. I began to look at my body not with blame, but with compassion. It had been through a trauma, too. I started to reconnect with my body in gentle ways. Yoga, long walks in nature, just sitting and breathing. I was learning to trust it again, to befriend it again. I realized that punishing myself with guilt wasn't honoring the memory of the baby I lost. Honoring that memory meant healing. It meant living fully. It meant allowing myself to feel joy again without feeling guilty about it. To anyone watching this who is carrying the weight of this kind of guilt, please hear me. You did not cause this. Your body is not broken. You are not a failure. You are a mother who is grieving a profound loss. Allow yourself the grace to feel everything: the anger, the sadness, the emptiness. But please, don't let guilt be the only thing you feel. Talk to someone: a partner, a friend, a therapist, a support group. You don't have to carry this burden alone. Forgiving yourself is perhaps the hardest part of this journey, but it is the most essential step toward healing. You deserve peace. You deserve to heal. And you deserve to hope again. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, please consider subscribing. Sharing our stories is how we break the silence and help each other heal. Take care of yourselves.